everyone, as you can tell by my outfit, the Shadow Dark Beginnings teaser is out. So I'm dressed up in the finery. Let's react to it together. But before we hit into that, hit the like button, hit subscribe, all of that jazz. And yeah, Shadow Generations, Dark Beginnings, the teaser. Let's do it.
Professor Gerald made me the ultimate life form.
This, again, animation.
To all manner of medicines.
So,
Curing you.
The original purpose of Shadow. Oh my god, what a powerful shot. Oh my god.
You and Grandfather are doing your best. I'm just as happy to spend time with you here while you both research.
Oh dear. Oh dear. This is so anime. Emo. A deep cut. A deep cut. Yo.
That robot was heading towards Grandfather's lab. Shadow, you have to save him.
Yo, what did he just see? That looked like blood, and
Just wait here.
that sounded fleshy.
Back, I promise.
Oh my god. This is amazing animation. Sonic Team have put money into this. Oh snap. Damn. Okay. Alright. That's nuts. Let's go back to the beginning. I'll pause it through this time. We can talk some more about it. I'm blown away by this right now. Like, Jesus Christ.
Professor Gerald made me the
Okay, so yeah, first off, this animation is fantastic. It's almost cel shaded in a way, like it.
ultimate
Beautiful.
life form.
Beautiful.
I shall be the key to all manner of medicines.
So I should be the ultimate life form. I should be the key to all manner of medicines. So Shadow was obviously first created to be a cure to a disease called NIDS, N-I-D-S, which Maria was dying from. Gerald desperately trying to save her. However, we do have to factor in that it's not the only reason Shadow was created. You know, Black Doom had a lot to play in that. So, interesting. Shadow obviously doesn't know about Black Doom at this point. I wonder if that still was always Gerald's intention. I think it probably was. And he took on the help he needed from Black Doom to create Shadow and make him powerful enough to potentially be the cure to all diseases. But that's obviously not what Black Doom intended for Shadow.
Curing you.
It's a difficult shot to look at because we know what's coming. And look, I've said it multiple times that like Shadow to me is something different. There's no character that's ever meant more to me in fiction than Shadow the Hedgehog and the way that his story goes. Like it genuinely makes me like well up thinking about it, and to see it represented in this way is going to be incredible. Incredible. It's this. Oh my god, it's her bringing the hand down over the growl that is so well known, synonymous with Shadow. And her hand floating over his mouth like that turns that into a look of innocence, bewilderment. I mean, at this point, Shadow is a child. For all we know, Shadow was created as we see him, the image of which we see him. Like, there was never a baby Shadow. There was never a little Shadow around, like a classic Shadow, as they've kind of done with the main Sonic timeline. This is Shadow as a child. I would imagine at this point a few months old. And to see that growl that many people have tried to turn into something else, and no one's really succeeded. A few people have from time to time, but to see it go to such an innocent, childlike pose breaks my heart. Because it speaks more as to why Shadow is the way he is. This really is the dark beginnings. This is perfectly titled. People probably think this is some sort of like edgy title for it, and yeah, it may be that on the surface, but Shadow's beginnings are dark, and I this is just going to hit us differently, as I keep saying.
You and Grandfather are doing your best. I'm just as happy to spend time with you here while you both research.
That friendship that's doomed to end. And it breaks my heart, I swear to God, it absolutely breaks my heart. It's like he knows Merle. Just what a cut. What a cut into the history of Sonic. Particularly this period of Sonic. Like, bringing him back is a big one. It's absolutely for the fans. No doubt about that. This is there for us. This is your casual person, you know, who knows of Sonic, maybe knows a bit, maybe played a game or two in their life. They probably don't know. There's like a 90% chance they don't know who a Merle is. Because it's a deep ass cut. And if you showed it to most people and you said it was in Sonic, they'd probably think it was Metal Sonic. Know what most people are like. This is... They care. And I really just want that to be said as an ex-Sega employee, right? At the same time as, like, I don't owe them anything. I don't need to big them up if there's no need to big them up. So believe me when I say this. They care. They really fucking care. This, it's like a sonic boom. Nuts. The destruction that he can cause. Note Maria doesn't say a Merle, she says that robot. Maybe she doesn't know about him. Interesting nonetheless. Again, these shots, the lighting, the shonen anime style illustration, like everything about this is hitting for me.
Shadow, you have to save him!
Right. I have watched enough Saw and The Boys in my life to know what the sound of flesh squelching is, okay? And that looked like blood. That looks like blood dripping down the vision. Like, and those are gun soldiers. He has just seen a premonition of Maria's death. And thinks this is it. Whether this is it, I have a theory on that we'll get into once we finish watching it. But this, I'm going to call it an anime. It's a 3-parter. This anime is going to fuck us up. Like, emotionally, this is going to wreck a lot of us. That. The shocked look as he's like, shit. Again, what a beautiful shot of the two of them. Absolutely love this. And this too. So it's all just like crumbling around them. So maybe this is the raid on the Ark, but I don't know. Again, I'll talk about it after.
I'll handle this. Just wait here. I'll be back. I promise.
The thing is, if he doesn't, or he does come back, and if this is the raid on the Ark, and I don't think they show that in here. But again, I'm going to get into this after. It's really difficult to make these points without doing it, but I want to get into that full depth after. If this is the raid on the Ark, he would come back and to try and save her. Well, he would come back to her, but he wouldn't be able to save her. Maria has to die. And this is probably like his final promise to Maria, if that's the case. And that just, that breaks my heart. That really breaks my heart. Like, this is the event that makes, if this is the event that makes Shadow who he is. You know, if he is the one that, if this is the moment that gives us this PTSD-ridden mess that we see in Sonic Adventure 2. Well, no, he's always suffering from it. He's a true hero in the way that he deals with that. But if you see how he's dealing with it in Sonic Adventure 2, it's the tragedy of it all, the not being able to remember it, and the fact that he thought Maria's wish was to kill everyone. Obviously, that changes. You know, spoiler alert for Sonic Adventure 2. But yeah, this makes Shadow the most interesting and compelling character in the entire franchise. And he always has been to me. Feel free to disagree in the comments. But just Sonic Team be doing things. Izuka be coming from my heart. Beautiful shot there again. This right here. Emerl about to kill Gerald. Which is why I have my theory. Again, we'll talk about it at the end. Interesting enough here, these pink vials, I think they're holding artificial chaos. Or maybe it's something to do with the bio-lizard. But yeah. Definitely either artificial chaos or the bio-lizard. Emerl gonna kill Dr. Gerald Robotnik. Hot damn. Look at this. No hesitation. And I love this detail of the first thing that Shadow prioritizes in this is get behind Emerl to be in the way of him and Gerald. Fucking this guy, man. Shadow. And obviously we get the smashing of the vials here. I can't really see if anything comes out of them that I can, like, properly see, if you get what I mean. I assume it will be either Bio-Lizard, something to do with Bio-Lizard, or Chaos, the artificial Chaos. But yeah. And then, of course, you know, Shadow X Sonic Generations, Dark Beginnings. And then I believe it's... Yeah. Get the pre-order. Get the Digital Deluxe Edition. Let's talk about this full screen for a sec, and I will give my thoughts, because I have some thoughts, as you may have guessed. Right. I don't think that is the raid on the Ark. I think that is where in Sonic... It's either Sonic Advance 3 or Sonic Battle. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. But there are excerpts from Gerald's journal. And in Gerald's journal, it talks about the fact that one day Emerl went berserk on the Ark and attacked. I don't think that's necessarily the same moment that Gun attack. I think that gives Gun part of their motivation to attack. Because this goes off, obviously, like the Space Colony Ark is government property. Half it getting blown up by Emerl, an attack on Dr. Robotnik himself, you know, the near death of Maria, threatening of all of their research that they've been sent him there to do, and the ultimate life form in itself. We know that they don't trust what Robotnik has done to make Shadow and all that, so that's part of the reason they go up. But I think Emerl is is probably the reason for the full-scale military attack, or at least the justification for it, if not the reason. So, I don't think this is the moment where Maria dies. If it is, that's going to kill me. When it happens, that's also going to kill me. The fact that he saw the gun soldiers and heard, as I said, the squelch and the blood, saw the blood and all of that, I think that could be an indication of Doom making him relive his memories or something like that. I could be completely off base. It could just be storytelling. He has that premonition, you know, that happens in a lot of anime and that kind of thing. So it would make sense. But yeah, I wonder if he's reliving his past through Doom, or maybe even like recapping it to someone. I really don't know. But this is a clip, a teaser, right? They're not going to show the full thing. Not until it's out. And apparently it's only on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, which I'm not going to lie, I think is really not a cool move at all. But they're going to do what they're going to do with this. I mean, I think they're giving us plenty. It's just a shame that this isn't going to be there for Switch and Xbox users. Again, I don't know, but I imagine this is going to come out on YouTube like the other ones did. And I can see this doing really big numbers, to be fair. So it will do well in that respect. It just seems weird to only include it in the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 versions of the game. Really weird. But maybe that's in a thing to drive YouTube traffic. I really don't know. Again, not cool with the decision. I think it's a really bad decision. But yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. I am beyond excited for this. We've seen Maria die in Sonic X, in Sonic Adventure 2. We're gonna see it in the movie this year, and that's gonna break my heart because that little girl's gonna die. But this looks like it might hit the hardest, because this feels like it's darker in theme, and although it's a very, very dark theme to have to cover in the first place, particularly in a movie, a kid's movie, I think we're going to be in some sort of scenario where the movie will kind of, you might hear the gunshot, but you won't see it, and you might hear like the iconic Maria said by Keanu Reeves, but I don't think we're going to necessarily see it. I think we might see it in this, and that's kind of mad to me that we're, you know, like, that's how much Sonic Team care. That's how, like, true to the character they want to go, because this is a brutal moment. Like, I've got a friend of mine, Stu, yo, if you're watching this, he was like, what, a little girl gets shot in it? And I'm like, yeah. Like, a 10-year-old girl gets shot. And I don't think he believes me, really and truly. But this shit happens. And this is going to be probably the most in-depth, brutal look at it we've seen. So I'm hyped for this. Call me whatever you want, but I want to see the girl die. Needs to happen. Integral part of Shadow's character. Integral part of why Shadow is Shadow. So I can't wait for this. Absolutely can't wait. I don't know when this is going to come out. I imagine it'll be a lot closer to the game. But let me know what you think. Are you picking up Sonic X Shadow Generations? Are you going to be pre-ordering? If so, you're just getting the pre-order, or are you going to get Digital Deluxe Edition? Are you just going to buy it digitally? Well, I think that is a pre-order as well, so I'll shut the fuck up. But are you going to get it physically? Let me know down in the comments below. And also, let me know what platform. You know, it'd be cool to see. Is Sonic still selling the most on Switch? I think probably so, but be interested to see what people think. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Slap a like on it, hit subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it does like loads for me. And you watched this far, so you might as well just hit that button. And I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Determination of the strong, found the meaning that you searched for so long.